Mr. Fox, let me express my extreme disappointment. And I think what makes me so very upset is that when people truly need help, the fact that we push it along. And since day one, we've known residential has been needed. You now stand charged with another DWI. You're also charged with evading arrest in a motor vehicle. On that one, you're facing up to 10 years in prison. A minimum of 2 years, a maximum of 10 years in prison. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
The officers observed the defendant engage in a race with another on a road in Harris County, Texas. The officer attempted to catch up to the vehicles and was unable to catch up to the other driver. However, the officer caught up to the defendant's vehicle and attempted to initiate a traffic stop by activating lights and sirens. The defendant failed to stop and engaged officers in a 13-mile pursuit. When officers made contact, they observed the defendant step out of the driver's side of the vehicle, and the officers observed a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, slurred speech, red glassy eyes, and unsteadiness. The defendant admitted to drinking a bottle of wine and taking a Zoloft. During search of the vehicle, the officers found an empty bottle of wine and a Sonic cup that contained a liquid smelling of alcohol.
Alcohol in the car?
Yes, Judge. And the defendant refused standard field sobriety test. DIC was read, and the defendant refused breath. A blood search warrant was signed and executed.
The courtroom turns tense as the judge dramatically increases the defendant's bond.
Mr. Fox, did we already have an affidavit on file that he's not supposed to drive?
Let me double check.
I am now putting this affidavit that you're not to drive. If I find that you drive, and I don't care what your reason is, if you get out, because I don't know if you're getting out, then I will have a contempt hearing and you'll be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you get into a car and drive. I am now, if you get out, ordering you to be under home confinement. I think that your bond at $15,000 on the DWI is wholly insufficient, and I'm going to raise that to $50,000. I'm also going to raise the terroristic threat, the probation that you're on now. I'm also going to raise that to $50,000 and $50,000 and 1, 2, 3. How many cases does he have in Fort Bend open? I know he has one DWI, but what else does he have?
I believe it's just the one DWI, Judge. But Alex is going to double check for us. And also, Judge, the complainant in the terroristic threat case did reach out to the felony prosecutor because she saw that the defendant had been arrested. She is currently has filed for divorce from the defendant, and she is requesting that he is not to be in house arrest at her house. It is under her name. So I'm not sure if that's the address we have on file, but if you were opposing house arrest, she was requesting that it's not there.
Okay, so I need to get Mr. Butler here so we can deal with this case as well, though. Do you mind perhaps reaching out to him, sending an email, or I'll also call out to the office as well to see. He's always in court. Hopefully he can be here now. And then as soon as the line dies down, I'll also reach out to him as well.
All right. There was also one last Spanish THA citizen.
Okay. So she does not want any contact with him as far as okay, so Mr. Fox, you're not to have contact with the complaining witness in the terroristic threat. You're not to go with where they live, work.
She just said that I'm not going to live there. I mean, we talk every day that I'm
No, I mean, she doesn't want to have contact with him?
No, that's not what she said.
I'll pull up the email, Judge.
And when did she call the DAs?
She emailed on November 21st. So I think that she saw that the new charges had been filed. She was just concerned, she expressed concern to the fellow prosecutor that if the defendant is released to his home address, that's where she's currently staying, and they are going through a divorce. I don't think she'd said anything about no contact between the two. She just requests that he's not sent,
Okay, so I won't do the no contact then. Okay. Okay, I want to have a hearing on this ASAP. I'm not waiting anymore on the stuff from, I mean, damn it, I can't do anything now. He's got these cases open anyways. Wait, just, what a waste. All right, Mr. Fox, if you're released, like I said, home confinement, on one ankle, you will get a GPS monitor. On your other ankle, you will get a Scram ankle monitor, so we know that you're not consuming alcohol. Is that it? I guess that's it, right? No weapons. And then he'll have to, prior to release, he's going to get all those, and then you'll have to find somehow another address for him to live, James, because, we need the address prior. And I mean, I don't know if he's going to bond out now, but
Yes, Judge.
see, but
Can I get that rehabilitation that you had offered?
not while cases are open. You have the case also that's open in Fort Bend as well.
Yes.
I don't know what's going to happen in there. I'll tell you, those cases take even longer to resolve than here. And then how are you going to be able to resolve that over there when you've got this stuff over here? So at some point, you're going to have to transfer over there, resolve stuff. It's just, it's even more of a mess now. So, all right, I guess I'm going to have you put back now. I want to wait to see if we can get Mr. Butler here today. And then if not, we'll just roll it to tomorrow until we get him.
And Judge, I have 2 more in custody.
Okay, who's next? Guys, you're in front of me because you are currently in custody. Your lawyer wants me to let you guys out. And I don't know. We'll see, I guess, Let's start with it's Lane, right?
That's right, Your Honor.
So you initially are charged with evading arrest. We give you a bond, we let you out, and now you've picked up a new case. You've picked up a criminal mischief. You're facing, I think it's even a Class A. You're facing, up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. I have no idea what happened on your new case, so let's find out. Guys?
So officers were conducting a follow-up report related to an incident that occurred on November 21st. The complainant, the manager of Fan and Food Mart, stated that the defendant entered his store and had an altercation with him. The complainant told the defendant to leave. When the complainant returned to work the following day, he saw that the front window had been broken. The complainant reviewed surveillance and saw an individual throw something at the window who was wearing the same outfit as the defendant had earlier. Additionally, later that day, the complainant saw the defendant walk near the store wearing the same outfit as the individual in the surveillance. The officer reviewed the surveillance and confirmed what the CW complainant had seen.
Okay. What are you doing with yourself now these days, Mr. Lane?
Presently, I'm not doing anything. I'm unemployed. I was an attorney for 15 years in Chicago, Illinois, and I moved here in July or late June.
You're a lawyer.
Well, I don't know if I'm currently licensed. I let my license go. I did MCLEs. I was supposed to do them over the summer. I had them due, and I just decided not to go back to Illinois. So
You didn't like being a lawyer?
I love being a lawyer. No, I love.
Just stop.
I'm sorry.
Why stop?
Because in order to practice here, which is my new home, it would have been a process of, I think, taking a bar 3 days. I think you guys have.
That's
and
awful.
yeah, and I had some other things going on in my life that producing.
You have in your life now.
Who?
Yeah.
Family, nobody in this area, but my mother and father, they live in San Francisco area, and my younger sister does too. My father's a retired lawyer, my sister's a lawyer, my older brother is in, a different
They know
field.
that you're here in this now?
No.
Can we reach out to them?
Sure. I mean, if you,
Well, here's the problem, Mr. Lane, is that we gave you a free bond, you've picked up a new case. And the last thing I want is to just let you go and you're going to be roaming the streets of Houston. It's just not a good place to roam. And if you've got nowhere to go, if you've got nothing to do, it could be a recipe for trouble. And that's why I want to let you out, but not just to the streets. If you have a place to go to, if you've got family, if someone's willing to take you in, then we can work something. But for you to just be let out on the street,
right. I was going to defer to my counsel here to make these sorts of arguments. I'm not used to appearing in this sort of forum, but I'd be happy to speak to the circumstance of
do
being
you mind if
homeless.
he reaches out to family to see if they can help?
I'm not sure. Well, again,
I can reach out to any family members if you want, if you're comfortable with me doing that. I just don't want to do that if you don't want me to, but
well, I don't understand the purpose to have them pay a bond.
no.
For help.
What Judge is concerned about is you having some sort of place to stay where you're safe so that you can comply with bond conditions, come to court when asked, and we know that you have a place to be. So if that's a homeless shelter or Star of Hope or something.
More importantly, that you, number one, don't get into any trouble. And number two, don't be a danger to the public, because we want our public to be safe, secure. And that's it. And if you're on the street, you're roaming, you've got nowhere to go, you've got no food to eat, it's a recipe for disaster. But if we can get your family involved and let them know what's going on with you now, perhaps they're willing to come down, speak with you.
Well, yeah, I mean, I have a larger extended family that really should be bearing this burden because they were the ones who convinced me to come to Houston in the first place and to stay here.
You can reach out to whoever you want. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Anyone you want. As long as they have a phone number, then hey.
Well, sure. I mean, I'm amenable to that. I'm not sure if that's a solution here that has anything to do with my bond, or because they gave me like a $5,000 bond or something. I don't really know.
Yeah, your bond's now, it's $100 on the evading and then it's $5,000 on the criminal mischief.
Is there anyone you could stay with in the Houston area?
Yeah, I mean, sure. Yeah, I know of one person in the Houston area, and a few others that could possibly be called. I don't really know all their names, but people I met along the way.
Are you comfortable with me calling someone for you in the Houston area?
Yeah, I'm comfortable with that. Sure.
Okay.
For that, let's see who you try to reach out to see how we can get Mr. Lane some help.
Okay. And Judge, will you plan to give him a personal bond and maybe what we?
No. I want to first see who we can reach out to first. If we can find someone that we have a place for him to go to, willing to help him out, then absolutely.
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Lane,
Yes, Your
I
Honor.
want to give you another PR bond, but I don't want to just throw you out to the street, to the wolves,
Sure.
okay?
Understood, Your Honor.
James is great. He's here to help you. Together, let's work something to get you the best thing that we can, okay?
Thanks.
Mr. Smith, not very happy with you. You were placed on a probation for unlawful carrying of a weapon. While you were on that probation, you absconded multiple times, meaning you took off. In March of 23, you picked up an assault, and then after you picked up the assault, whoosh, 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 you took off. Never heard from you again. The only reason we have you now is because you picked up a criminal trespass.
Can I speak on the March case?
Don't. I've got a bunch of district attorneys here, and I don't want you to say something that hurts
Don't
your
speak about
case.
the facts of your case.
Yes.
The problem is that your lawyer is asking me to give you a PR bond to get you out. But I know if I give you a PR bond, you're going to take flight. We'll never see you again. How many times have you done it before? It's a rhetorical question. I don't want you to answer, but the problem is I have your bond at 7503 for a reason.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So we got to find out what's going on with you as well. What I'd like to do is have you TRAS'd. I want you to speak to our clinicians to see how we best go forward. I don't want to just throw you out to the wolves. You know, we want to, how do we get better? How do we make sure this doesn't happen again? How do we get you full-time employment so you can start working? Well,
Works at
I
an
don't
auto shop,
know.
Judge.
Huh?
He works at an auto shop.
Great. But I need just more than words, right? So I'm going to have you TRAS'd. We'll set you off a couple days to see how we go forward. Okay? You understand? Okay. Do you have any family here that's willing to help you out in Houston as well?
My girlfriend, yes, sir. She was trying to buy me out today.
Who else do you have besides that?
My mother works for HPD.
Okay, that's a great start. Do you mind if he reaches out to mom? Okay, don't say anything here because, you know, I don't want you to give phone numbers or anything like that now. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put you guys back. We're gonna try to see how we go forward and then we'll see you here soon, okay? All right, guys, thanks.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, take care, man.